Hello world. So I want to share a book with you guys real quick. It's very amazing. I really liked it, and I think you guys should read it sometime. This book, Hero by Perry Moore. Now, Hero is about just what you imagine. It's about heroes. There's the iconic Superman pose there, and there's a blurb by Stan Lee on the front, so you know it's about superheroes and comic books and all that sort of stuff. That's great. I think the good thing that happened here with this book is that it is a perfect mix between a comic book and a novel. I'm really excited to see the other things Perry Moore comes out with in the future. This book here, it states in the back that it's his debut novel, and I'd really like to see what else he does, because the world he creates is very comic book-esque while still remaining a novel. It takes those comic book features and it transitions it into a novel. So for this, I just want to kind of tell you guys how I felt about it, how I liked it. As you can imagine, I really did enjoy this book. Now, I want to share one main theme with you about this book that I really think is important and why this book should be read and why you should bother reading it. So, Hero is a book about this boy named Tom Creed. Now, Tom Creed has a father who has been disgraced by the superhero society, by the world, basically. He's just a big disgrace. And Tom grows up living with these sorts of problems of being the son of someone disgraced. He goes through a lot of things, a lot of hardships because of that. There's also another thing that he gets hardship for, and that's the fact that he's gay. And he's a superhero, as we find later in the book. And what I really love about this book is how natural it all is. So many times when we introduce gay characters into novels, into books, into literature, just in general, even in TV shows, just in the larger world, we don't do it in a natural way. It feels awkward or kind of off because we're not used to having that in the public. What Perry Moore does in this book is takes that and makes it natural, like it's just an everyday thing, because it is natural, it's normal, and we should have stories that show that kind of relationship, that kind of character, the struggles and stuff, without ever making it more than it really is or less than it really is. And Tom goes through these problems, but at the end of the day, he's just a boy trying to be the best hero he can be. It's not about whether he's gay or not. It's about him and his life and his story. And I love that approach. I love the fact that it's normalizing it. It's not making it this grand thing. It's not making it a less ugly thing. It's showing how normal and natural this type of love can be. And that is only a minor part in this book. They don't downplay it. Perry Moore doesn't make it seem like it's unimportant. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a very integral part of this book, but it's just such a natural way to tell the story. It's just such a natural part of the character of Tom that it fits in so well that you couldn't imagine it otherwise. It's just a part of him. And I love that idea. I love that thought because I believe in it. I believe it's so true, and that we need to see characters like Tom who are gay and where that's completely normal. There's nothing weird about it. Now, of course, in this world, he still faces hardships for it, but he lives his life. And I think that's noble, and I really think that this is a book worth picking up. If you don't like comics or novels, or if you don't like comic books, I guess, or that sort of superhero genre, I still think it's worth your time to pick up this book. It reads like a comic and like a novel, and I think this is great exposure, not simply to the genre of superheroes, but also to the topic of homosexuality and sexuality in general, and just how normal it is to be different, to not be the same as what the standard norm is. And I think it's great, and I think everyone should at least once read Hero by Perry Moore. If anything, it's just a fun read, and I think that everyone will really enjoy it. Okay, that's it. My book opinion is done.